This episode of the Jaking Off Show is brought to you by Phoenix Fit, or as I like to call them, F and X. Woo! You see the X makes it look cool. Phoenix Fit provides multivitamin supplements, and before I even get into it, I actually use this stuff, all right? This isn't some Amway USANA thing. I actually use these products. I wouldn't be sponsored by a company that I wouldn't actually, use. You know what I mean? This isn't some fake thing. I actually use this stuff. Now, what I have here is I have the Immune Complex Science-Driven Immune Booster. It's got elderberry and zinc to help keep your immune system in top condition. And that's especially important now. I also have one of their newer products. It's turmeric gummies, and that helps with inflammation. Even if you don't have the gastrointestinal issues that I have, it helps keep you less sore after a workout. And although I'm not in fighting shape right now, I'm going to start to get in fighting shape because I just ordered the dragon fruit flavor of their protein powder. And they've got other great flavors like watermelon and raspberry lemonade. And of course, they've got chocolate and vanilla and strawberry for you like basic gentiles out there. It's really good stuff. They have also got vegan protein if you're into that sort of thing. And they also have krill oil, which has omega-3s that it's good for your brain to help make the words go and stuff like that. Just go to phoenixfit.com and type in promo code JAKEOFF and get 15% off of any order. Click the link below, type in promo code JAKEOFF and get 15% off of any order. If you don't believe me, just go to the website, click a random thing, type in the promo code, and you'll see that I'm not lying to you. I actually use this stuff. Just go window shopping. Even if you're not necessarily into it, just check it out, and, you'll help me, help you, you'll get in shape, and you'll support the podcast. So that way, everybody wins. Go to phoenixfit.com and type in promo code JAKEOFF at checkout. Get 15% off of any order. And don't forget to tell them that the Jaking Off Show sent you. Hi, and welcome back to the Jaking Off Show. I'm your host, creator, producer, set designer, caterer, Jake Bassey. Yeah, catering. I do that too. I have food, or I wanted to get food. I settled with just some eggs because I wanted to get a breakfast burrito at one of my favorite new places in Oklahoma City, and they weren't open. Despite the fact that on the website it said that they were open for breakfast from 8 a.m. to noon, got up at 10 o'clock. I didn't wake up past noon for once because I really wanted a breakfast burrito. And they weren't open. Called, didn't answer. I'm like, oh, maybe they're busy. Maybe they're swamped. So I drove over to the place, not naming this place because I don't want to shame them, but I drove over to the place and they weren't fucking open. I wanted a breakfast burrito and I didn't get to have that. So, fuck you. I'm just going to make eggs. Went back home, made some eggs. And now we're here. We're queer. We take it in the rear. No, we're not taking it in the rear. Even if I was, I couldn't. Because I have issues. I have issues in my butthole. IBS sucks. Colitis sucks. It's not fun. Someone literally asked me today, hey, do you want to go rock climbing? I'm like, man, if I didn't have to shit every hour on the hour, I'd take you up on that. Because the last thing I want to do is shit my pants while dangling from a harness in an indoor rock climbing area. I can't go out and do stuff that's not near a bathroom. I can't. It's why I don't really go out on dates anymore. And even if I am talking to someone that I'm fond of and we're flirting, like I have to bring that up front because if I keep going to the bathroom, they're gonna ask why, and then I'll be too embarrassed to tell them the truth, and then I'll say I have a drug problem instead. Oh, is it the IBS? No, it's cocaine. I do a lot of cocaine. But then I would be burying myself deeper into the fuck shit, and that's not good. So yeah, I can't. I went back home and I had to squirt one right away because there's a very small window that I have. I made sure that I was all emptied out and that I was ready to go, and I was going to go get this breakfast burrito, and I drove 20 minutes to go get it. They didn't have it, so I drove back. So that's another 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, I have a small window left because, dude, I have to go to the bathroom so fucking often, and it's just not fun. It's just not fun. And I'm not drinking energy drinks now. I'm keeping my diet super strict. Eggs are fine. Certain meats are fine. You know, vegetables are good, and I'm trying to be really good about it. And I take my vitamins, and I take my turmeric gummies and all that to keep it at bay. And I literally I don't eat anything the whole day if I'm going to go on stage, because the ultimate fear is having to, you know, do the doo-doo on stage, and that's not good. It's not good at all. I hate it, and it's a curse, and yet it is also a gift. Because this happened around the same time that I decided to stop drinking, because like, oh, alcohol's not going to make this any better. So I had to stop that. I almost had a panic attack last Wednesday. Doesn't happen all the time, but I was fighting a panic attack on stage last week, and it wasn't good. I was able to fight it. I was able to fight it off and not let them see me sweat, but I was having trouble controlling my heart rate, and I was only doing like 5 minutes, but I was doing new stuff, and I don't go up on stage with a notebook, because I really planted the new stuff in my head to make sure that I was going to say the new stuff. And I got off stage, and I did well. I got laughs and all that stuff, but I was clenching my chest, trying to just keep my heart rate normal. And another comic was like, hey, dude, you all right? And I go, yeah, I'm fine, but I'm just fighting off a panic attack right now. And he knows that, and everybody knows by now that I've got gastrointestinal issues. And like, hey man, did you? I'm like, no, I didn't. And if I was, I wouldn't be standing here clenching my chest right now. I'd be clenching my ass cheeks, running to the bathroom. But that wasn't the case, and you know, it happens sometimes. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I don't trust my material. Maybe it's stage fright. Maybe it's the social anxiety, and I don't like most people. Not because of them. It's not them. It's me. I am nervous. I have problems. And I can't, like, hang out and be social and do stuff. Someone literally asked me if I wanted to go rock climbing earlier. And I was like, hey, man, look, if I didn't have this problem, I would take you up on that. But I don't want to dangle from a harness in an indoor rock climbing arena and suddenly have the urge to go. Because I literally don't have time to do that. I have to be near a bathroom at all points. So I can't do, like, I'm really scared to do any sort of activity. I can't go to the park with my nieces. I can't go fishing. I can't do fun stuff because I'm scared. And I'm prepared for that. You know, I've got extra TP in the car. I've got an extra pair of underwear in case I need it. But I can't deal with the embarrassment if I were to hang out with people. I can't do it. I can't do it. And it's not fun. It's not good. And but enough of that. There was some good things that happened this week. Is that I headlined for the first time at a bar show, which is the correct trajectory, according to my mentor. And it was a rowdy crowd, as bar shows are. But there's it was fun. I did 15 minutes, and it was a good time. I went and saw it live on. I went and put it live on my Instagram, and like nobody saw it. You know, and I think that's part of the depression. Really, I think that's part of it is because I put my heart and soul up there, and I do the things that I enjoy doing, but nobody gives a fuck. No one cares, or very little people care, and I don't feel that serotonin level. I don't feel that validation, you know, and I also don't feel I don't feel the support. And if there is support, it's just lurking silence, and I want to be accepted because I'm doing comedy because nothing else worked out. Acting didn't work out. You know, other fun stuff, it just didn't work out. And this and podcasting is kind of the only thing that I'm in 100% control of. It's just me. That's also the double-edged sword because it is just me. It's a lonely artistic endeavor. And I did that show. I stuck around for the whole show because I headlined. It's kind of my duty to stick around. I don't always stay for shows. I don't stay the whole time because, you know, the stuff I mentioned earlier. But I try to be supportive and I try to be respectful. And I can't say the same about everybody else because that show was like half audience, half other comics waiting their turn. And, you know, comics, they want to talk and it carries over the room and people get chirpy. And look, if you want to do that stuff, go outside. You know, go outside and do that. Because if you don't, most comics don't give a fuck about each other. And most comics, it's not even personal. It's just they're in their own head and they're trying to figure out their own thing. And that happens, you know, that it's whatever. And I'm not really worried about that. But it's just the lack of respect. It's the lack of basic human decency. You know, you're at a show. It's not a comedy club. It's a bar show. And it's kind of a dinky little place. But the same principles apply. If you don't have that basic respect, then why are you even there? You know? Why are you even there? You're there to shoot the shit, and maybe there's a booker in the room, and you're trying to schmooze them over, or whatever. You know, everyone's in competition with each other, and that's really not the case because we're really competing with ourselves. We're competing with ourselves, and we're our own greatest critics, and we're our own greatest enemy. And everyone's trying to, like, one-up each other in a way. And that was the energy that I tried to avoid while I was in LA. And now that I'm, you know, sharing the stage with, you know, the same group of people, and I see them at least a couple times a week, and I'm starting to smell some darkness. I'm starting to smell that desperate energy again. I didn't smell that at first because I generally stood away from people and kept my distance and kept my head down and just moved on. And now that I'm around, you know, folks a little bit more often, there's people out there that just, you know, that they're not supportive of one another. And that's not good. We're supposed to help each other grow, punch up each other's jokes if we got them, you know, but everyone's just trying to, you know, everyone's in it for themselves. It's elbows again. It's elbows again, and I don't like it. So I'm just going to stay away from it. And I'm going to carry my own weight, and I'm going to do my own thing. Fuck everybody else, but not fuck everybody else. You know, I want to be a nice person. I don't want to cause any shit. I don't want to cause any trouble. And I've already, you know, I've talked to a couple of comics individually, and you know, everybody shit talks, and I'm guilty of that too. You know, I shit talk every now and then. But people shit talk, and whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. But I'm just gonna stay out of it. I'm gonna stay out of it because I don't like drama. I'm a pacifist. I'm not that type of person. I do want to have people on and like boost my audience viewership or whatever, but you know, I'm done with that. I'm just gonna carry this on my own, and I'm done. I don't want to take part in, you know, I respect everyone as a coworker and some even as friends, but I just can't be involved in the daily fucking middle school drama. I can't do it. I don't want to be a part of it. There's already so much on my mind already. and that's with my own fuck shit life. I live on my bed at this point. You know, I've reversed my sleep schedule multiple times, and I got up early for once on a Sunday to go get breakfast, and the place wasn't even fucking open. It wasn't open. I wanted food, and I didn't get to have food, and that's stupid. And I'm mad about that, rather than being mad about these woke wars that are going on the internet. Someone posted a picture of Lola Bunny from Space Jam from 1996, and the new leaked image from the new Space Jam movie, and that she's not sexualized anymore. Great, cool. And people are complaining about redesigns and all that. Like, it's just nostalgia, and it's, you know, things were made, these movies were made for kids, and cartoons in the 90s were made for kids, but they weren't. You know, Ren and Stimpy was really fucked up. Rocko's Modern Life was really fucked up. Cow and Chicken was really fucked up. You know, all these cartoons were messed up, man. And there was a lot of, like, adult jokes that went over my head when I was a kid, but looking back on it now and go, oh, that's why I've got that weird fetish. That's why there's furries. You know, furries exist because of Lola Bunny. That's why. Furries exist because of Disney's Robin Hood. And it's weird. It's weird. And people are freaking out over the redesign. It's just, who cares? Why are we focused on that? Why can't we be more focused on, I don't know, good things? Like the fact that more people are getting vaccinated? Maybe that the fact that there's some light at the end of the tunnel, and yet people still focus on the dumb shit. Oh, Dr. Seuss has 6 books that are banned now. It's being canceled. Like, no, it's not. We're so focused on negative nonsense, woke bullshit, and yet people are dying every day from a fucking virus that was either made in a lab or someone fucked a bat or whatever, and people are still finding things to be angry about. I am one of those people. I am angry about the fact that I could not get my breakfast burrito today. That's what made me angry. And everyone else is like, Orange Man bad. People are still mad about the Orange Man. The Orange Man is gone. And people are still bitching left and right about that. Who cares what Marjorie Taylor Greene said about transgender people? Who cares if there was a Confederate flag on an episode of the Muppets that has a trigger warning on Disney Plus? Who cares? Why does that matter? And old Hollywood movies are getting censored and shit. Now, here, I don't know, like, why can't we just have a little, like, thing, a little disclaimer going, there are sections of movie X or whatever that depict images that are hurtful or harmful to other cultures. We acknowledge that. And these are products of their time. That being said, here's the movie, enjoy Gone with the Wind. That's it. We don't need to have a fucking lesson about, you know, racism before the movie starts. Let's watch the movie and enjoy the movie. And then if Billy wants to ask a question why, why there's a trigger warning on the Muppets over Miss Piggy being a slut or whatever, we'll have a conversation about that after. Okay? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking this too much. Let's focus on something else. There's a space hurricane. What's a space hurricane, you might ask? A hurricane in space. It's exactly what it sounds like, except when it rains, except when it doesn't rain water, it rains electrons. What does that do? I don't know. The article didn't pick that up. when I saw the article said, there's a space hurricane. And I'm like, whoa, holy shit, a space what? There's a space what? What does it do? There was this space hurricane hovering over like the North Pole or some shit for several hours and was observed by like a camera from the International Space Station or whatever. And that was seen for the first time. And we're like, whoa, what the fuck is that? We don't know what it does. We don't know. We can't get close enough in on it to see what happens or whatever. We just don't know. This is a new thing that we're going to start observing now. And while that's going on, construction for a space hotel will begin in 2025. A space hotel. How does that work? Do we really want to have a space hotel when there's space hurricanes and rocks and shit? We got to figure out that we have to fix ourselves first before we go out doing cool shit like that. We've got bigger fish to fry. It's crazy to me that rich people are investing in space technology when there's issues like world hunger and homelessness and, you know, the plague that's ravaging the land. And the U.S. is bombing countries before they could even take care of their other people. Now, there was a relief bill that was passed. And we're going to get another round of stims. I'm going to hoard half of it and spend the second half on, you know, bills and stuff. And, you know, I'm going to let that ride until it doesn't. And then, you know, I'll get back to work. But I'm not going to say no. I'll just, you know, am I cheating the system? Maybe. Did the government fuck up? Yes. You know, I do. I'm investing some money in stocks and stuff, and I'm putting money towards, you know, businesses that are in my area. I'm putting money back into the economy and things of that nature. And I wanted that to be on a breakfast burrito. And I didn't get to have it. And I want one. And I don't want to make my own. Even though I could make one here. I'm too lazy. Your job is to make breakfast burritos. And I didn't get to have it. There was no notice. There was no sign on the door. And they didn't answer the phone. And I should have known from there. I'm like, oh, guess we're not going to have a breakfast burrito. But I wasn't satisfied with that. I decided to drive all the way over there myself just to make sure. There was no one there to make my breakfast burrito. How dare you? How dare you deny me food? That makes me angry. Other stuff that makes me angry is those fucking geese that are outside. I try to go for a walk while I'm, you know, emptied out. And there's just these gangsters posted up. These geese, you know, sitting around the block playing dice or whatever. And if you give off scared vibes, they'll be like, what's up, cuz? What's up? You on my block, homie? We gonna fuck you up. These geese are intimidating. They're huge. But you just got to keep your distance. Keep your distance from the geese, and you can still enjoy your walk. But, you know, there's some of them out there are giving off that alpha energy, like, you moving too close, son, that ain't 6 feet. That ain't 6 feet. Wear your mask. It's geese, for crying out loud. And I'm like, ugh. Cheeky bastards. But back to comedy. I really enjoyed being on the stage. It's what I enjoy doing, and it's hard to do. It's hard to do when people don't respect each other and people don't support each other. Even though I've heard the same jokes from the same comics 10 times, I'm going to sit there and watch and support because I'm a good person that's only capably violent. I don't want to cross anyone, and I don't want to cause any trouble. I just want to be supportive. and I just want to keep myself busy. And even if I'm there, if I'm not at the show, you know, I want to take photos, and if they're any good. I'm not good at photography per se, but I want to get better at that. So maybe it could be like a side gig or something in the future. I just got to figure out how to use the equipment and keep the battery charged, you know, and take good photos, because I want to be helpful and I want to be supportive. And you know, people just give you the cold shoulder, and I'm trying, but things don't always go the way I want to. When people like give off like negative energy, like I just don't want to be around them. I'm not going to name anybody specific or whatever. And if you got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. And around most folks, I'm pretty fucking quiet. At most, I'll say like, hey, good set, fist bump. And that's it. That's it. It's never out of malice, man. Hate is such a strong word. I just want to stay neutral. I just want to stay out of it. And the bullshit politics, you know, and you also have to network. That's important. You want to find out who the bookers are, but you can't be desperate. You just keep your head down and keep moving. There was a booker that showed up to the show after my set, and I was like, oh, hey, you missed my set. And that's it. I didn't say anything. You know, I'm not trying to schmooze them over with like, oh, here's my card, yada, yada, yada. It's desperate energy, and I can't do that. You know, it's not good. I'm trying to be just a better person. And I got homesick again because 3 years ago, as of this recording, I shot a pilot with my mentor, and you know, I was just missing the fun parts of LA, which is just, you know, being involved in creative torture. And I missed that. I really missed that. And that was when I had my gut in control. If I didn't have this problem, I wouldn't be held back anymore. You know, maybe I would go on dates. Maybe I would be more keen on being more active and involved and all that. But I just can't. I just can't. And I miss it. And I feel like that there's nothing I can do about it. And I wish I could do more. But I can't. And it is what it is. You just move on from it, and you just keep chugging along. I get discouraged often. But anyhow, you know, that's all my complaints from that from the week. And I'm not gonna go back to bed. You know, I'm gonna do some push-ups. I'm gonna, you know, do my dishes and clean up my house a little bit, because, you know, messy place, messy mind. My clean laundry's been sitting around for a little bit too long, and I'm not happy about that. So let's do something about that. Why don't I? And maybe I'll get my breakfast burrito next time on the Jaking Off Show. Okay, thanks. Bye.